Hey, Jeff here. So I figured it'd be a good time to do a little quick update video. Got some quiet time here. Kids disappeared, and I'm all alone in this room. So hey, let's talk music. Anyway, things have kind of here in Virginia. Things are changing. They're going into this whole phase one quarantine thing. Stores are starting to open back up a little bit. Bigger crowds, things like that. That we've kind of hadn't been on horrible lockdown like some states, but anyway, so we've still been going to some of these places. But anyway, decided, hey, let's go to the record store that I go to all the time, and let's help as they're starting to open things back up and get a little movement again. To go ahead and and purchase some stuff locally. Let's see what they got. The wife and I went down there and decided to check it out. So picked up a couple things. I figured I'd just show them. Anyway, I mean, so these first couple things, probably everybody in the world has. But okay, so it was mainly just, hey, let's support the business. I've been wanting these. They're on my wish list. Yeah, I could have probably went online and picked them up for a few bucks cheaper. But hey, the goal was to support my local record store. And so I went ahead and picked up a copy of Made in Japan by Deep Purple. This is that, everybody has to have this. I've been talking about wanting to get it for a while. I have, various deluxe edition CDs and stuff, but it was time to go ahead and get it on record here. So it was an option between getting a used copy of the original. This turns out to be, apparently, from looking up the Matrix and everything, it's one of the first U.S. pressings from '73. The choice was to do this, or sitting right next to it in the bin was the new purple reissue for twice as much. I went ahead and opted for this. Save some money. So I grabbed this. It was in great shape. Double record set, everything, gatefold. Everybody's seen this. This is pretty typical. Always wanted to expand my Deep Purple collection, and this is one of those you have to have. I also went ahead and they had this one made in Europe. David Coverdale years. David Coverdale years. And so, again, I've got this on CD, but to have it on vinyl was great. It was in great shape. The price was right. Wasn't too expensive, so I went ahead and grabbed that. Now, I also had picked up another Deep Purple. I don't know, I guess I was looking through the stuff that they had recently got in, and those had come in. Then I went to the actual Deep Purple section, was looking through there, and they had a couple more of other things, that and some other things. And I picked up another one, which was only like $8, and so I had those three. Then I went around and started looking, and then I found a new album that was already on my list of things I wanted. And it's one of those things where you until you buy it, sometimes you listen to it online. And so I had listened to this a few times on Spotify. Really liked it. I knew I was eventually going to get it. Was waiting for the vinyl. Had called the record store the week that it came out. They didn't have it. They said they would probably eventually get it, and then you forget about it. It's still on my playlist. I still occasionally listen to it, but had kind of forgot about buying it. I hadn't actually added it to my Amazon wish list, so it wasn't popping up and where I could see it every day. But as I stumbled around from the D's and went around to the C's, I ran across Collective Soul's most recent album, Blood. And I know it's very shiny, and it may be very hard. I don't even know I'm going to do this because I don't know what kind of glare you're getting, but it's a look, it's reflective. So, and then it's called Blood, and it's got this looks like pregnant girl in the shower. You can barely see. But anyway, I'm a big Collective Soul fan. I think this is the only one I've got on vinyl. I'm not sure how many of their other things have been released, but I'd pick them up as I see them. So I grabbed this. Again, I probably could have ordered this on Amazon, saved a few bucks, but when I checked it out, it wasn't much. It was literally just a few bucks. And again, I'm supporting local business instead. So I went ahead and bought this, put back one of the other Deep Purple used ones, and grabbed this. I don't really see, and the people that I watch, I guess, have not seen a lot of Collective Soul mentioned. I know this is their new album, and it's been a little while since the last one. I mean, they've been sporadic in the recent years, less active. They've had like 2 albums in quite a while. So anyway, how many of you out there like Collective Soul? This is one of the 90s bands that I really grabbed a hold of. I was not much into the grunge stuff not a big fan of, a lot of those bands that took over in the 90s. But this is one of the bands that, I don't know, for some reason I really got into, really started digging. A little on the lighter side most of the times, but very, very good. I've enjoyed almost everything they've done, no matter how weird they get at times. So anyway, let me know. What are your thoughts? How many other Collective Soul fans are out there? Have you heard this album? What do you think of it? I dig it. I dig it. This and the last album have been really good. I really like them. I mean, I like all their stuff, but the last two have been really good. And of course, the bands I've been in, we've always played things like Shine or what do we play? There's another song that my other band used to play all the time. But anyway, so you play some of those, but you don't hear it. Not the one like "Spit Me Out" or whatever that was all over the radio back in the day. That song drove me crazy on the radio. We never played that, but anyway, I love them. What do you think of them? This other one I got, this one was an Amazon release. This is another one of those ones where I had it on my watch list, and all of a sudden, Amazon decided to, hey, we're going to release this album that was $30 yesterday. We're going to release it for like $11. So I went ahead and grabbed it. This is the second Sons of Apollo, called 2020. If you don't know who Sons of Apollo is, sort of kind of a super group. It's got Mike Portnoy on drums. He's from all kinds of bands, formerly of Dream Theater. Mike Portnoy, drums. I talk about him all the time. Plays with Neil Morris. Plays with Transatlantic. Plays with Flying Colors. Did some stuff with Avenged Sevenfold, one album and a tour. Metal Allegiance is an album thing he does. He's a drummer that always wins awards. Anyway, great drummer. Derek Shrinian used to be of Dream Theater. That's how they knew each other. He was a keyboard player for Dream Theater for a couple albums. Jeff Scott Soto, amazing singer, has sung for so many other people, everybody from Malmsteen to his own stuff. He has a Soto band. He has Jeff Scott Soto, the solo stuff. There's an old Panther album, I think it was, that he sang on way back in the day. Just lots of stuff. He's been around for quite a while. Great vocalist. And then Ron Bumblefoot. He's a guitar player, and he's from one of those alternative bands recently that I'm totally drawing a blank on. You probably know who he is. And then Billy Sheehan on bass. So you've got some amazing musicians. This is their second album. It's odd though. And I wasn't expecting it because on Amazon it didn't list it, but when I got it, it's got a hype sticker. Hype sticker says 180 gram gatefold black 2 LP, includes full album on CD. They lie. There's no CD in here. No CD. I noticed in looking it up online that there are versions with CDs and versions without CDs. This is odd. This particular ISBN number, this barcode, is listed as not having a CD, but this this hype sticker with the barcode on it says there is one. So I don't know what to expect. I don't know what to think. Should it or shouldn't have had it? I don't know. I did write the company on Facebook and said, hey, it says there's supposed to be one and there isn't. Can I get one? Haven't heard back yet. I don't know. Maybe they don't monitor Facebook as much. It is a typical black. So anyway, these guys are, it's got people like Mike Portnoy and Derek Shrinian, who are prog metal type monsters. But it's not. It's got some time changes, but it's really not a prog album. It's just kind of a straightforward, really hard rock and at times, metallic sounding album. Check them out. They got videos online on YouTube and stuff. They've had 2 albums out and a live album, which I don't have because I was hoping it would come out on vinyl, and I have yet to see it advertised as that. It's mainly just I think a concert, Blu-ray, and CD. I know it's a CD. I think it's also online. It's also the video. Anyway, other things that came in, these are in CD world, and this is going to be in the Christian rock and metal category. I did pick up, so I've had these on my watch list in my eyes for a while, but I wanted to get rid of my original copies before I spent money on these. So I picked up the 3 Barren Cross. I grabbed the wrong one. The 3 Barren Cross reissues. So you've got State of Control, which was their third album. You've got Atomic Arena, which is their second album, and then you've got a live album. The only one that they released one recently, but remastered, expanded books, retroactive records put them out. It's part of the Metal Legends remastered series. Remastered. So I actually had 2 copies of this because there's 2 different versions. One that was released to the mainstream market that had 1 bonus track on it, and one that was released in the Christian market that had a different bonus track. So I had both of those on this edition. Both bonus tracks are on there, so you got both of them in there. You can't see those. So it's like, why do I need the others? Put them on sale on Discogs, and finally, a week or so ago, they bought these two. They didn't buy the live album, but they bought these 2. But the amount of money that I sold these 2 for was more than enough to get all 3 of them. So I grabbed all 3 of them. So Barren Cross is they're 80s metal, but they're kind of, the vocalist is always compared to Iron Maiden. He's got that Bruce Dickinson vocal style. Musically, they're just hard rocking. They're not like shredding 80s melodic metal. They're kind of more mid-range. Just great stuff. At the time, they were on the same label as Stryper. And they were probably one of the bigger bands of the day. Check them out. They're all over YouTube too. They have various videos. Anyway, great stuff. Decided I wanted to get the remastered versions of them. Did that. I still have this original live version I can sell, and that would be getting rid of all of those. Oh, I do still have I do still have one of that version. This is the unopened one, and this is the Christian version that has the different songs. So again, have them for sale, so eventually can get rid of them. Anyway, that's all for now. Just wanted to share. Thanks for watching, and we'll be back soon. Rock on. Stay safe. Later.